Have you ever had this feeling like there's nothing interesting left in this world? Everything seems to be the same. Creators and artists just copy each other because it's a well-worked pattern. And then suddenly, you've come across something new to your eye. Some unique piece that got you excited and inspired so badly, you want to kill yourself. This kind of thing happens when you see someone breaking the rule, breaking the pattern, and being exceptional. So art indeed has no rules, but it's not that simple. And after I break it down for you, you will completely change your perspective on this matter. Okay, my dears. So what is art? Well, it's everything. Literally. Movies, music, painting, making a campfire, plumbing, anything that can convey emotion, ideas, beauty, or meaning. As you can see, the definition is very extensive, and it means something different and personal for each of us. But in our context, art can be divided into two major things: technical skill and creative imagination. Creative imagination looks like this. Pretty simple, right? However, a technical skill is a more complicated thing. You might say the technical skill itself represents the rules in art, but it's really not that simple. And let me explain why. Many people consider any form of art as an opportunity to express themselves, and what they love about it is this infinite creative freedom of self-expression. And freedom itself is something that doesn't have any rules. Art doesn't have any rules as well, but it has principles, observations, patterns, and habits. Let's say you want to make music, but you can't even separate minor and major scales. You want to draw a painting, but don't even know basic color theory. Or you want to write a book, but you don't even know basic story structure or what is a protagonist. All of these things are patterns and principles that artists have observed throughout history and a tremendous amount of work. These things just tend to work better this way, at least in the beginning. And it doesn't necessarily mean that you need to follow that or believe that. You can do whatever you want. But one thing stays pretty solid. How can you break the rules if you don't know the rules? Huh? And there's so many good examples of these badass guys who just said, "Fuck this, I'm gonna do it my way." And they did pretty great. Let's start with the Beatles. Oh my god, my grandma would have killed for Paul McCartney. These guys are undoubtedly legends. But what exactly did they break? Or is it better to say, what didn't they break? Well, they changed the traditional song structure, for example, or they broke away from typical love song lyrics and evolved to write lyrics that were more introspective, surreal, and intricate. They were the first to bend and blend different genres of music, creating their legendary psychedelic motifs. Or how about Van Gogh? Just have a look at his paintings. The way he used the color, the aggressive and bold brushstrokes, deep emotional intensity that his paintings exude have challenged the artistic norms of his time. There are plenty of rule breakers in our time. Kendrick Lamar, Tyler the Creator, PewDiePie, Casey Neistat, Wes Anderson, Quentin Tarantino, and many others. So whenever these guys break the rules, they don't just break them, they create something new. They make a revolution. But here is one thing. How do we separate art? How can I know that this is art and this is not? These things are said by industry professionals, critics, and academics, but who are they? The creators and holders of the art culture. And trust me, there is nothing harder for an artist to stick his tongue between their butt cheeks, earning their approval. Do you know that Van Gogh's entire career was based on breaking the academic standards that the art culture set during his days? He never had a formal art education, but it doesn't change the following fact. Since he had always been breaking and not following the academic principles of art, he must have known them, right? And that proves that if you want to break the rule, you need to know the rule. Otherwise, you won't be able to break anything. If art, whether it's music, writing, painting, photography, dance, and etc., had strict rules, we'd never have had Elvis, Jimi Hendrix, the Queen, Michael Jackson, William Faulkner, Kanye West. You get the picture. So from now on, I want all of you to have the following idea in your head. It doesn't matter what your art is. Just remember, your art, your rules. And fuck everyone else. Love you all, guys. Bye.